In this video, I introduced the topic of design research in education. This methodological approach has different names. For instance, design-based research, design studies, design experiment, or educational design research. In this methodological approach, people design something, for instance, educational materials, tasks, tools, or even whole educational environments. They do this on the basis of research. Research-based design. But the design is also the basis for doing research. Now, a lot of research in education is about how education is or was. What is unique about design research is that this creates the situation where we can study education as it could be. So we consider this an educational approach that we can call science fiction. When do we use design research in education? Well, sometimes there is a complex educational problem we don't know how to solve. Then we have to design something to see how we can improve the situation. Or we have an idea how education could be better or how we can use new technology. Then we use design to create this new situation so we can study it. You may wonder how design research and research design are different. Well, they are about very different meanings of design. Let's start with what research design means. Here's a simple example. We have a sample of students and we randomly attribute them to an experimental group or a control group. Now, we do a treatment or an intervention with the experimental group that we do not do with the control group. Before that, we have a pre-test and we do a post-test, and the structure of this design is such that any differences we find here between the gain from pre to post and from pre to post can be attributed to the difference between the intervention and the absence of the intervention. This structure is called a research design. Now, design research is very different because, as we explained before, design research is about the relation between, on the one hand, design as the basis for research and research as the basis to improve the design. The reason why we do design research is to bring theory and practice closer together. In the past, people have complained that research was too far off practice and a lot of what was designed in practice was not research-based. So how we do this in design research is by intervening in practice from some theoretical ideas and then study what happens in practice and try to improve based on what we saw and what the theory says and test it again and then think back again. So we really intervene into practice. That's the first characteristic of design research. The other is that theory really has to do work in practice. It's not to gain just insight but also to make something that works. And as I try to show here, it's mostly an iterative process. The first design hardly ever is perfect. So we try it out, reflect, and predict again, and reflect again. So there is an alteration of predictions. We make predictions, and we reflect on how it went. We predict again with the improved design, and we reflect and evaluate again. A last characteristic is that design research has an advisory nature. The key question we want to answer is, how can we improve education? What are characteristics of an educational approach to achieve certain educational goals? If you want to know how design research is different from other methodological approaches, watch a next video. For now, thanks for watching.